Top fans. How do I go to?
This is chat right here.
Oh, my chat's right here. So this is just. It said 10 people waiting.
Yeah, you got 6 people in here. There we go.
And it's gonna be
right
live.
there. Yep.
And normally there's a chat. Hello. Alright, so nobody's commented. Nobody's commented.
Corner, right? That's that.
Live chat. Alright. So Nate, what is this meeting all about, Nate?
Mac Henry, did you sell the 1967 Mercury Cougar?
You want answers? You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth! Son, we live in a world that has shelves, and those shelves need to be filled with cars worth bidding for. Who's gonna do it? You, Captain Fishtail? You, Nate Luna? You, I have a greater responsibility than you can possibly fathom. You complain about auction prices. You mock people who care about these rare pieces. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know. That heated bidding wars, why chaotic, probably keeps this hobby alive. My existence, while obsessive and incomprehensible to you, keeps the market moving. You don't want to know the truth because deep down inside, in places you don't talk about at swap meets, you need me in that auction. You want me in that auction. We use words like mint, rare, complete set, I wheel. We use those words as a backbone of a life spending defending something collectible. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself to a man who watches my auction and then questions the way in which I hammer out the prices. I'd rather you say nice buy. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you're entitled to.
Did you auction the 1967 Mercury Cougar?
I did the job I had to.
Did you auction the Mercury Cougar?
You're goddamn right I did! Well, that's the starter today. That's your little bit of acting.
Nope.
Everybody enjoyed that. Today we're Matt, great auction work last night. Dusty Balls approves. Dusty B, yeah, pay your auctions. It's not a good auction unless you pay. Sent to ya. You need me in that auction. You want me in that auction. Hello, everybody. Good morning, y'all. You can't handle the truth. You need me in that auction. Who's gonna do it? You, Captain Fishtail? I thought that was funny. I don't know. We've got an auction. We had a good auction last night. You guys got a steal on that one. I'm not gonna lie. Chuck, what? Nuh-uh. Chuck Norris died. Oh my God. Thanks for letting me know, Alan. Oh my goodness. I didn't catch that. Thank you. Oh, that's terrible. Chuck Norris doesn't die. He just goes to sleep. I remember when I was in high school, all the Chuck Norris stuff started coming out. My hair's a mess. I don't know. Dusty B. So we're supposed to talk about Scale Electric and Carrera. So let me kind of, I got a script I wrote. but we're going to continue the sale. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to continue the sale. I think somebody touched the thermostat. That's what happened. Did you touch? Who's touching the fucking thermostat? Somebody did touch the thermostat! God damn it! Dude. People touching the thermostat. What is, like... Good Lord. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but I cannot stand when somebody, like, I told her yesterday, don't touch the thermostat. If you're going to touch the thermostat, tell me, right? But, like, good Lord. Leave the thermostat, like, why would you touch the thermostat? I don't get it. You have no, you're not, like, paying the bills. Don't touch the thermostat. It's like 72. What are we doing? What are we doing at 72, right? I honestly could say you put up with some good stuff like the 3. Yeah, I tried. Apparently, I wasn't supposed to auction off that Loves. So, Kevin W., you got lucky. You got lucky, Kevin W. But men are like steel. When they lose their temper, they lose their worth. Chuck Norris. Yes. I just lost my temper over the thermostat too. Like, but I just told her yesterday, I put it down to 70. And then I told her, I was like, don't touch it. Like, don't touch it. Like, I'm gonna drill a thing in where you gotta put a, who, like, I would have never, at any job I've ever had, touched the thermostat, right? Like, I don't know why women think they can just touch, like, oh, like, do you go into, like, a restaurant and just touch the thermostat? Like, I would have never gone to anywhere I've worked and messed with the thermostat, right? I don't get it. Leave the thermostat alone, right? You don't have, like, if you don't want to freeze, put on more clothes. I don't understand that, you know? Right? Like, why do we have to suffer just because of you? All right, so we're talking Carrera today. Enough of that. Carrera slot car live stream. Core idea. There are 3 scales of Carrera. What's up with, I don't know, man. She's touching the thermostat. Somebody is. Somebody's touching the thermostat and making it, like, 73 degrees inside here, right? And I'm trying to do a live stream just sweating. But we have Carrera slot car live stream. 3 core ideas. There are 3 scales to Carrera. We have 1/43rd, which we don't have any here anymore, so I can't really show you. That's a faux pas. 1/43rd. This is kind of like the scale that I think is the unsung hero for Carrera. This is 1/43rd. 1/43rd right here. Is this live? Okay, now let's compare that to a HO slot car, which most of you are in the HO team, right? So, in comparison, here we go. HO 1/43rd right there. This is a kind of a beginner set. This is cheap. This is a good. It's 164. This is 1/64th. HO. This is 1/43rd. We're gonna start a Carrera deal today. As I do the live stream. So the benefit of watching the live stream is I take out my phone and I'll text Danny
Do we watch the language a bit? We were quoting movies. All Carrera Go. Carrera Go. On 43rd. 30% off. Okay, so we're gonna do a 30% sale on all Carrera Go. This is kind of a great price. Not necessarily a good thing, but not necessarily a good thing. Correct, Carl, and Amen to that 164. I don't know. Carrera Go is it's so I think this is them trying to compete with 164. In 143rd. The cool thing about this is I'm all about the detail. I don't know about you, but I'm all about the detail. And this has plenty of good detail on it, right? These are not shelf queens. These are good right here. Good to race. If you're about speed, this is good. This is the fastest probably car for Carrera, right? Because HO is the fastest when it comes to these types of scales. I mean, I know there's like some real niche slot cars that are even faster, right? Like Viper's the fastest HO, but like you're gonna spend a pretty penny. Like this is more pragmatic. HO or no go. Dodge, Ram Sport. Yeah, I mean HO or no go. Like, I mean, this is a niche scale. That's true, but it's also cheap. They're trying to they want your business. So it's priced at a spot that is like more affordable, right? So that's what's good about 143rd is they're trying to get people in it. They want your business, right? They want to convince you that 143rd is a great scale. It is. It is. It's a little bit bigger than HO. It's actually a lot bigger. And 143rd, I mean, as you get older, your eyes, right? This is great for that. Like, if you compare it to Carrera, the higher scale, right? I mean, this may be too big for some people. Right there. But this is perfect. This is perfect right there. Right here. It's a great scale. They should have kept their micro that they had. Yeah, this is kind of before my time, but great scale for beginners. I would say if you want to explore a different scale, right? You don't have to go overboard with it, but if you want to get into another scale, I think 143rd is kind of like you can dip your toe in this. This is the most kind of, if you've got, especially if you've got any trains, if you got like Lionel trains, this is actually the same scale. I think this is the closest scale that they have. They don't match exactly, but 143rd, if you want everything to be a similar scale, 143rd, if you have trains, it would be this one right here. Right now, I like these. They're not as the presentation isn't as nice, but they're a great scale. You know, like if you wanna race, if you just want to try it out, if you want to try out a new scale, that's the scale to go, bro. And then the sweet spot is the 132nd. So 132nd scale Carrera. We're gonna start out doing this. Is all this stuff right here. You're all new to it. This is my favorite. I would be more into this, right? The detail, Auto World has gotten better with detail. This is one of their older sets, so the detail is kind of bland. I need this type of detail. Look at that right there. And just look how they did everything correct on here. The only thing I don't like is this. What is this? Like, I'm trying to look at this piece of art, and I got this, like, liberal nonsense right here. All right, giving me a caution. Stating the obvious. It's an electric toy. No kidding. It's a slot car. I've actually never read this. Caution, electric toy. Not recommended for children under 8 years old of age. With all electric products, precautions should be observed during handling, used to prevent electric shock input, and then it's got all the volts. All right. You could have had something nice, right? But you had to slap this on here. Why couldn't it be like on here, right? It's got to be like, they're like, no, anything with like the EU, anything with electricity has to be blatantly in front of everything. I don't get it, right? I don't get it. But I mean, but it would look so much nicer. Like if you're trying to sell something, dude, I bet the dude at Carrera had a conniption when he saw that they had to do that. Look at that. You know? I mean, everything is so... I wish Auto World would give us something in the slot car. They do it with diecast, but they don't do it with slot car. Just like this. Like, just kind of like a set, you know. Maybe they could sell 4 cars that just look this pristine, right? With the case and everything, you know. How much would that be? I don't know, 200 bucks? Like, you know, just a real Shelf Queen presentation. That's what I like about these. They should have kept, you have to have 100 acres for a track. Yeah, no, I mean, so with 1/32 you do, but, you know, dodge, my boy. Dodge, my boy. Not with 1/43rd. Not with 1/43rd. Don't allow air conditioner to fall out the window. Yeah. You're talking about like because you'd have to have so much track. Yeah, but 1/43rd, you do not need an acre, right? Okay, so like, yeah, 1/32, you know, you're never going to park your car in your garage again, right? I get it, right? You're going to have a lot of space. I mean, Brian has it upstairs in the shed. He's got ample space for it. So it's just I mean, so that's another benefit to HO is you can have some crazy layouts with your track. With 1/32, it's probably just going to be like a circle. So that is a downside. But in between all that is 1/43rd, right? So 1/43rd, you get a little bit bigger, you get the detail, and you can have a crazier layout. Yeah, I mean, so HO, you can't beat, you know, the layout size on that. I mean, 25 feet of just absolute madness. One sec. So that is Carrera 1/43rd, and this is Carrera 1/32, okay? So the presentation on this is super nice. That's what I like about it. I don't know about you. I mean, I could stare at this for a while. Best of both worlds. Maybe, dude, Joe. Joe. You better send him an email. Take credit for that idea right there. That is a great idea, Joe. I wish Auto World. Like, I'm just not the biggest fan of HO because they're too small. It's hard to see on the track. You know, it's like hamsters racing, or even though that the 1/32 is probably closer to a hamster, or 1/43rd. I don't know. It's just they're too small. They're too small. You know, and the details are getting better. I will say that the details are getting better. So that's why I really like Carrera. But Brian has a thing against Carrera, right? Brian's thing is Carrera was the enemy. So Brian, he worked with. Now I don't blame him. It's not a fault of Brian's, right? Like, he's very competitive, and he worked for SCX for a number of years, and Carrera was his competition. And now that he has a shop, you know, he's literally convinced himself this is an inferior product. Now, on top of that, Carrera, how they do business is kind of, you know, not very, at least here in the US, you know, the guy who's the main distributor sells it cheaper than anyone else can sell it. So, like, The only way we could sell Carrera is if we held on to it for a year, and then when nobody else had inventory, then we would start selling it at the price that we have. And it doesn't really make sense business wise. Like, we would have to, something would come out, we would get it from Carrera, we would have to hold on to it for a year, because everyone else would have, the one dude would have cheaper pricing, and then everyone else would be selling it at cost. And then once that year passed, we could then, like, since there was no other inventory left, we'd be the only inventory, then we could sell it, right, and make a profit. But it's not really making us money in that sense until they change kind of their business on it. Welcome, race fans, to Hamster 4000. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's my only thing that kind of like turns me off to HO is they're fast, right? But they're just like a little piece of metal, right? There's so much like, you have an investment in this, you know, like, it's a little bit more, the factor of crashing is so much greater in this scale because, like, one, it's more expensive, and two, like, you'll notice the detail of what broke, right? So, like, it's more important. Like, this holds more value than this. This is just faster. Hey, Mac, found your razor. Yeah, I did. It was my trimmer, but this holds more value, right? This is like a bit more than some people might want to get into, but it's great. Like, even if you just want to collect them, even if you just want to collect these are awesome collectors. These are awesome shelf queens that you can race. That is the benefit. And just look how they do it all, minus this nonsense, dude. As soon as I would get this, I would rip this out. This is the most obvious, Captain Obvious electricity caution in the world. This is the EU for you, right? You can get electrocuted by a slot car, right? Telling grown men, like, so first, like, and that's the problem with the like the pit kits that had the loose magnets. These are toys. Yes, they are. These are toys. Absolutely. There's no question, but they're toys for adults, right? These are for the hobbyists, right? So there is no 3-year-old buying this slot car and racing it without, like, by himself, adult supervision. Like, so I just don't understand why they have to be so Captain Obvious with, I mean, I guess, you know, people, like, you know, are stupid, but but this one doesn't have it. See that right there? See, this is how I want it to look. But look at that. Like, they even have the reflective sticker so you can see the car. That's so good. I mean, that's like slick. That they put some effort into making this. Look at that. And then you got, that's a security label right there. And dude, it's just a great presentation. It's excellent. But they don't have, even though this is a Ford, they don't have they do a lot of European cars, which are cool, but kind of not. Good morning and welcome, all PPT racers, fans, McHenry Show, the McHenry Show. So, 132nd is the most popular with Carrera. It balances the best size, performance, and price. Works analog and digital. So, analog, what is analog for Carrera? Analog is 1 car per lane, simple, cheaper driving, right? And then they have digital, which is multiple cars, multiple lanes, pit stops, strategy racing. So digital has a lot more, and that's another thing. Like with Carrera, you have digital, which you can change lanes. You can't do that in any HO system, right? So, like, I mean, dude, there's a lot of shit talking. Dude, imagine last night, Silent Mike, he's real good. He's real good at racing, right? But if you just cut him off, doesn't matter how fast his car is, right? You're in front of him, right? So there you go. Like, there's more strategy. There's more than just, like, you know, finding the best magnet and the best armature and the slickest tires, right? And working with, you know, other people, kind of, because you have to strategize. Okay, is he going to cut me off, right? There's more dimensions to Carrera and SCX. We're going to get SCX in. It's not part of the scale or sale, but SCX is coming to America. It's coming to America, right? So, scale, keyline, scale, size, systems, how they race, buying guides. So, I would say, you know, most hobbyists are in the 132nd, and 132nd is like, but here's the thing that's cool about HO. HO, kid friendly. Kid friendly. This one, God no, right? I mean, you could, dude. I mean, if your kid's not falling off the track, you're spending good money on that. Big plus of HO is that you can set up a track and still have room to move around. Tyco had the best set. Now I understand what you're saying. Those cars are great, but most of us have limits. Yes, yes. Well, so like my thing with 132nd is you can set it up. It's not going to be a more dynamic setup. I mean, you could do it, but like at the end of the event, you would have to take it down, right? So like the benefit of HO is you can put it up, play it anytime. 132nd, you'll put it up, you know, and then you'll have to take it down because you'll have to reclaim the space. But like, I don't think that it necessarily takes from 132nd, because a lot of guys just leave their track up permanently. That should, I mean, you could take it down, but you know, there, what you spend an extra 15 minutes with setup and breakdown. Once you have it all figured out, like you're not building something new each time. You know what you're doing, so you can do it fast. But 132nd, that is kind of, I would say that's a benefit, because you're like, they're like with HO, that the habit is to have a space for your HO at all time, right? Like a part of your house. When with 132nd, cars are much more controllable and realistic driving, especially with no mags. Exactly, right? Like it's a better experience, more control. There's more talent because you can do more with 132nd. Use old beater 132nds for younger kids to start them. Be sure they run good. Yeah, exactly. Right, you know, but 132nd, great scale, more control, better control at everything. Yeah, dude, like, you know, all you're doing is this with HO. It's fast, slow, medium, probably, but with 132nd, way more control, way more detail, just, you know, more into it. It's like HO, but on steroids. So that's what I do enjoy about 132nd scale, is it's just everything you like about HO, but on steroids, right there. I mean, this one, see, like this one has that stupid, that kind of ruins it for me. Look at that right there. Look at that. I mean, they look cool, dude. Like, they look slick. Like, look at this Volkswagen. Right there. Look at that. So we do have, I'm actually gonna put that there. We do have also a bunch of track. We have a bunch of track. Oh, and they have, dude, they have lap counters in, where's the lap? No, I'm talking about, I don't think we have it now. Yeah, look. HO, where's your lap counter? You know? HO doesn't have a lap counter. 132nd does. Right? Enough said. Enough said. Right? And then here, I think there's another one. There's another one. Oh, this is Carrera Go. This is lap counter. Right? So, Look at that. Carrera Go lap counter. So, HO doesn't have a lap counter. I think they're too small. I mean, like, for the technology needed, like, this is why I was so upset about the thermostat, because I'm literally sweating. I'm literally sweating right now. But that is what is cool about 132nd, 143rd Carrera specifically, is I think there's just a little bit more infrastructure compared to Auto World. Like, the track is a little bit better. It's just better quality all around, right? But with that, you're also spending a pretty penny, right? So some guys, like everyone likes Auto World, but there are other ones out there, and 132nd is a great option. Bro, like, look how slick this is. The analog 132nd are more than HO, more detail, more fun, more racing. Yeah, more magnets. Exactly. Look at this. Right, you think you could use a one? No, I don't think so. I think somebody tried it and it didn't work. I don't want to say you could. They're too small for the sensor, I think. I know people have tried it, but I don't think it's very accurate. I think that's what we do, and there's a whole bunch of problems. Right? But we're going to do a sale. We get to do a sale on these. Brian says it works. It might. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, it may have worked for. So, like, it works. It does work, right? It does count the laps, but, like, because it's not the right scale, I don't think it's 100% accurate, right? So, like, Brian's belief in, like, what works for him may not work for you. That's what I'll say. So, like, Brian uses it. I do think he uses it at his setup, and it does somewhat work for his expectations, but you might have other expectations, and I don't want to say, I don't want to predict what your expectations may be. So that's why I will just say, I would say no, right? I use the same lap counter on my HO. So Dodge Ram is saying it does work, right? So you could use a 132nd lap counter on an HO set, according to Dodge, Ram Sport, and Brian. But I would question, like, because the sensors are designed to see like something this big, right? And when you're racing HO, it's this big, okay? So will the sensor pick this up and this is going a lot faster. So it's calibrated for this, but you want to pick up this, right? I'm just saying there might be some issues. It'll get it sometimes, but I don't think it'll get it every time. And if you think that, like, oh, like, I can, it's going to be, like the standard, I don't think you should expect that, at least. It'll work. Good morning. It'll work, but, like, I don't think it'll be 100%. That's all I'm saying. According to Brian and Dodge Ram, it does work, but that's good to know. Like, I mean, if you like to tinker around, Brian loves to tinker. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it all night long, Dodge Ram Sport. You can do it. Bobby Boucher. That's cool, though, right there. But I'm building up hype. We are actually going to do a sale on Carrera today. And what I wanted to do... Denise says I can, like, I don't really have this. I need to get my computer real quick. I don't know how to get this back to what it was. Okay, I'll be right back, everybody. But I'm going to do discounts. We're going to do discounts on Carrera specifically. And you may get to decide some of these discounts, right? I don't know. You may get to decide, right? I'll put something up. I may say, what should this be? 10, 20. It may be a car you want, so you get to buy it. So I'll be right back. Let me get my computer. What is this? Hey everybody, Carrera has 1/24 too, Mac. A lot of people like to buy them. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they do, and that's a great one. That's a great one. Yeah, it says that they do have 1/24. It's the premium though, so it's a lot bigger. It's a lot bigger. So Nate, I need my what? I need you to help me. I'll write them down and then just periodically come in. All right, I'm back. So, hey guys, Tycho used to have a lap counter, same track as 132nd. So you need, yes, that's correct. You just need it. So we've got a couple cars. So I'm gonna say this Jägermeister one, we're gonna do 40% off. 40% off Jägermeister. Two. Oh my God, I picked the one pen that doesn't work. Make sure this pen works. This pen works. All right, I'm back. I'm back from outer space. So this Jägermeister one's 40% off. So that's 200277795. 40% off. This Jägermeister one. Jägermeister VW. I think this is a bus. Whatever they call it in Germany. 40% off right there. You know you want it. Anthony Bateman Sr. Anthony Bateman Sr. Carrera, Nidu. So, according to Danny, everything that I say, I like crazy old guy. Well, he's not here. He's not there. Crazy old guy, Ramey Butler. According to Danny, everything I say is written down, and then it goes into like YouTube's algorithm. So I'm gonna just randomly say like knee-do. Brian has an appointment for his perm styling, yeah. But it may sound like I have Tourette's. I don't. It's just that I'm trying to feed the algorithm other products. But Carrera. I'll repeat myself so feed the algorithm. I'm just kidding, but Brian has an appointment. So Jägermeister, 40% off right here. Yeah, actually, are you using that?
No.
Let me put these on here. And then give me some sticky notes.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna do that. Thank you. All right, and we've got a Ford Capri, America. This one, this one's good. Unbelievable. I'll come back later. All right, see you later. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. We're doing 10% off this one right here. Anthony is taking a loan out for his auctions. Oh my goodness. Whatever, he's taking a loan out because he beat up the nurse. So 20, dude, this pen 20027834. What did I say? 10%. 10% off. Ford Capri, 10%. All right, now I need audience participation. Thank you. Yep. We've got some new stuff. Ooh, all right. Audience participation time. We can do, what do you want this one at? If you're going to buy it, we can do 10, 20, 30, 40. What do you think this is? Who wants it? Should it be 40? Should it be 10? What do you guys think? $6.99. Cool Hand Luke. He doesn't understand percentages. Cool Hand Luke, why did you do 30? What was it? You said you could eat 50 eggs. All right. Why $6.99? We'll do 20%. 20% off this one. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Cool Hand Luke is saying $6.99, but I was asking for a percentage. I don't know where they teach. Some men you just can't reach. 20027749. 10%. I'm just gonna do 10%. I have to write all these down. 40. 40, and then 10%. Okay. Moving right along. Oh, look at this one. We're doing Pantera. Any new 132nd? Yeah, we got a lot of new ones. Stay tuned. This one right here, 20%. 20%. This one right here. This is new. Aston Martin. Right there. New Aston Martin. Carrera Evolution Aston Martin Advantage, number 36. Right there. Can you see it? Mac, remember when you put Brian's head on a stick? I do remember that. Yeah, and we had a tank battle. I do remember that. This one is 20% off. Yeah, I put Brian's head on a stick and then had a tank battle with Sarah. Good quality family entertainment right there. If you didn't know, now you know. This one right here. Look at that. 1/32. 1/32 scale right there. You'll buy. We're doing 30% off. 30% off that one. What next? My granddaughter still has it. Does she really? She still has Brian's head on a stick. She uses it to scare off evil spirits, you know, with something scarier. That's so funny. All right, moving right along. Look at this. We've got a... This looks like Reese's Pieces. Elite. We got a lot of these. 40% off. $40 off. Don't touch the thermometer. Don't touch the thermostat. Ever. Don't touch the thermostat. Look at this one. 40% off right here. Look at that. Neon green. I don't like that color. I do like it mixed with that. Put it. Is it set? You know what'd be funny is I'm yelling at her and it's actually just set on a timer, so it just goes up to 72. And I'm like, why do you keep changing it? 40% off. 40% off on that one. Put the stick up for auction. Yes. Put the stick up for auction. She's like, what is he talking about? I've never touched a thermometer. Thermostat. All right. Did I already do this one? I don't know if I did. No, I did. It's kind of a limited... I don't know if I did this one. I haven't done this one. Number 3. Look at this. Look at this puppy right here. Look at that. Denim number 81 right there. Put the stick up for auction. This right here, 40% off. 40% off right there. Look at that. 40% off. 40%. Yeah, you want to take these?
I'm just going to take these
Yeah.
aside so I can leave you some room.
You're awesome.
Yes, I try.
All right. We got more Carrera. This is Carrera official. What is this? This is Carrera. All right, 1/32. Carrera Digital. 1/32 Carrera Digital. This is the most realistic to actual racing. Look at that. Look at that beauty right there. Carrera Digital. Oracle Red Bull. Open to... Look, bro. Why wouldn't you want this? Why wouldn't you want that? I don't even want to open it. This is 10% off. 10% off. Carrera Digital. Put the stick up for auction. Did I already do that yellow one? Look at this. Look at this. Porsche 911. Bro. Look at that. 20% off this item right here. This is Carrera Porsche 911 GT3R Absolute Racing, number 25. Macau Grand Prix. This is Macau Racing. Is it true Brian's been banned from the toy show? I have no idea. That would that wouldn't surprise me. He's ruffled feathers before. I mean, some people can't stand them, so those are nice cars, Rob. Rob, you should get into one. 132nd. Yeah, I don't know if he's been banned or not. I haven't heard anything. But I mean, hopefully not. That would suck. Because he's supposed to find new product there. Some people just don't get him, right? They just don't get Brian's way of doing things. So they get mad at him for stuff that to him seems normal. They just don't get it. Look at this puppy right here. Look at this one right now. Ooh, oh, DHL. I hate DHL. DHL. Yellow. Ooh, it's got an American flag right there. Right? Global Mail. Mail to web. This is a Porsche. Porsche 935 19 McKen. This is really cool. Porsche Carrera Evolution. Right there, an official Porsche, official licensed product of Porsche. I mean, Carrera does a great job. That's a premium product right there. I love it. I love it. McKinnonCars.com. It's a great product. This is 20% off. 20% off. Okay. They banned him from the live stream. Well, I don't know. That's so silly. I don't know. The FCC banned him from the live stream. The FCC, the Federal Commerce of Trade. I don't know if that's true. But we're talking Carrera. Brian's got his own problems in Vegas. Let's talk Carrera. Let's get into Carrera. What would make you guys switch to 132nd scale? What would make, I know a lot of you guys are HO guys, but like the cars are so nice. They're so like, dude, this blows Auto World out of the water, hands down, right? At least in detail, right? So like, to me, this is slick. Right? And if I could race this would be awesome, right? But like, what is the hold up for you guys? Since you're, like I know a lot of you are HO guys, which is, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying anything bad about HO. I'm just saying what's preventing you from making the switch, just as like a dipping of the toe or anything. Yes, those are sweet. Dewey Huey and Louis Porsche, it's in the livery, very popular. Got it in 132nd and 124. Bradley Aaron's already got it. So Bradley Aaron's, he's like, yeah, no, bro, I already got it. So I don't know what you're talking about, but no, that's cool, Bradley Aaron's, that you already have them. I know every collector has a rule, right? And like some collectors are like, I have to collect everything Auto World. These are mostly European cars. That is true, except Arbuckle or Hickson. This one right here. That's a Ford Caprice. Yeah, they're European cars. They're made by a European company, but they look good. They're not some Space Jam car, which was awful. Like, the chassis was the only redeeming thing about that. Because it was clear, but this is more up my alley than HO. Like HO, yes, you get more. I bet you get better bang for your buck, but it's more expensive. Like that's how I feel about 132nd is. You get better bang for your buck, but you do have to pay more. That's like a rare instance where you get more quality, you do pay more, but like ultimately it's better bang for your buck. I don't know. I could be wrong. All scales in my house. My name is B-Rad, and I'm a slotaholic. Ha! 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 Welcome to the slotaholic meeting. I'm glad you guys can all be here. Bradley, B-Rad just went through the 12 steps of slotaholicism. You know, what's the first step? Admitting you're a slotaholic, and he just did the first step with you guys. So kudos to Bradley Aarons for admitting he had a problem, and that he has all scales at his house. So B-Rad, okay, B-Rad, you have all the scales in your house, right? Tell me a little bit more. What are the benefits to each scale for the other audience members? Let me know. Quick comment, or 1/32 equals this in your mind, Bradley Aarons. Bradley Aarons. Every collector has rules by everything. Thank you. Yes. Most value 1/32. I rate HO on my 1/32 track. A little modifications. I'm B-Rad with a slop car problem also. B-Rad. How many B-Rads do we have? So 130 in more value in 1/32 cars. I race HO on my 1/32 with little modifications. I did not know you could race 1/32 on or HO on 1/32. That's news to me. I'm like trying to put my foot down, but don't forget to like. I got 49 people watching and 27 likes. Make sure you give me a like, a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Bradley Aarons, bigger they are, the more you have to drive them, in my opinion. So what do you mean by drive them, in your opinion? Is that like stay on the track, or is that like having to think about the other lane changes or anything like that? Be interesting to know, but I agree. I think there's more value in 1/32. It's just that as a business, it's not favorable to us to have a lot of inventory on it and push it, because the way it's set up, but that's what we're trying to do with SCX. It's just that like we would have to buy a whole bunch, and we would be the only ones that have it in the country, so that would be really good. But the slotaholics are all showing up to the weekly slotaholics meeting. There is coffee in the back. Please do not smoke on the facilities. Please use the restroom. The men's restroom is over there. The women's restroom is over there. If you need your a piece of paper signed, I'm happy to do so at the end of this meeting. Let's start with the serenity prayer. God, give me the ability to change the things I can and accept the things that I can't when it comes to slot cars, and the difference, and the ability to know the difference. Amen. All right. We'll start this meeting off with, gratitude. Gratitude. What are you grateful for today? This turned into a slot car. Any 1/32 NASCAR on hand. 1/32 NASCAR on hand. 1/32 NASCAR. I can look that up. JB, I can look that up for you. 1/32 NASCAR. I don't know off the top of my head. I like 1/32. You need more room. I need more room. But yeah, I'm saying, like, I don't know. I would say 1/32, like, you would just Friday night racing, 1/32. And so, like, I don't know, your garage or whatnot, you kind of get it, going. And then you just would have to take it down. I mean, this is the track right here. The track, I think, everything is better in 132nd, right? But it is like the biggest holdup is space. And price. I think those are the biggest holdups because it is more expensive, but it is a better product, dude. But like, I mean, the way the cars work, I have the room. He's got the room. Yeah, he sold houses. He was a real estate agent in Vegas. Let me put my sweater back on. Now that it's cooled down, I still. All right. He has the room. He's still, dude, remember that time I had Brian fight? I fought Brian. Yeah, dude, I remember that. That was funny. I forgot about that. Thanks for bringing that back up, Rob. I couldn't believe we did that. Yeah, that was a good time. But yeah, 132nd 132nd slot cars. We've got a bunch. We got a lot of Carrera. I don't know. I think Carrera, like, I mean, I wish we'd push it more, but it's just not in the cards really for the amount of money we'd have to spend and then the price we'd have to spend it on. I don't know. It's the same thing with AFX. My living room has a big scale electric 4-lane slot car. Slot cars are living. Yes, Bradley Aaron. Yes, Bradley Aaron. Speaking of scale electric, right? Everything behind me, okay, is scale electric, and we're getting out of scale electric because the way they're doing business, even, you know, worse than Carrera. They are getting rid of their supplier. They're just going directly through another guy. It's not really conducive for us to do it, and it's too expensive. So this is everything we have scale electric. Take a look at it. That's everything we have on that shelf. We have like four cars here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 11. There's 4 back there. There is 4 or 3 there. 7, 11, 15, 18 cars, and all this track, right? All that track. If you got $1,000, it's yours, right? It's all on sale, right? Well, I'll do a bulk sale. If somebody buys all of it, I'll give you a great deal. I'll give you a great deal. You buy on my scale electric, I give you a good deal. But currently, it's all 40% off. 40% off. And if nobody buys anything, I'll be very, very mad. Very mad. You can add to your living room, B-Rad. I know, okay, so like you can relapse, B-Rad. You can relapse on slot cars. There's no harm. Everybody relapses. This is your relapse. You were the chosen one, yes. So, Bradley Aarons, I know you're a recovering slot car aholic, right? But this is a deal you can't miss, right? Everything here can be yours. Think of the racing. Think of it. The excitement, the action, the passion, the desire. Family room has a Carrera digital, and HO is in the dining room. Bedroom and kitchen are off limits for now. So what is he going to carry? We're going to keep Carrera, and we're bringing in SCX. So that's why we have to. We can't be so diverse. We have to focus, right? You have to sell Carrera. We will still continue to sell Carrera, even though it's not the best and most profitable thing. But we're going to sell SCX, right? And SCX is coming to the U.S. through us. We'll be the only ones that have it. If you want SCX, you got to come through us. Come through us, all right? So he will carry SCX, Carrera, Auto World, AFX. We still have Fly. We still have Ninco. So we will have, you know, a bunch of scales. We'll still have a lot of slot cars. SCX is coming in soon. It is, wouldn't you like to know, Bradley Aarons? Wouldn't you like to know? Maybe if you bought all this, I could answer your question. Yeah, it's coming. I don't know when though. They said it was on the water. We don't know what happened to it. So, okay, so you're selling the car sets, toys to make for a giant racetrack. What? So you're selling the car sets and toys to make for the giant racetrack. I don't know if that's intended for me, but we're narrowing down kind of everything we sell to just kind of a fewer, when you first start, you got to find out what sells. And then once you find out what sells, you kind of narrow it down to that. So that's what Brian was doing. So, 132nd does sell, right? We do sell a lot of 132nd. However, Scale Electric does not sell within that category, so and they're changing their business model, so, we're kind of getting away from it. That is what's going on with that. So, Bradley Aarons, carrot at the end of the stick. So, about Polycar and Scale Auto. How is Brian today? Are there dueling streams? That didn't sound right. Simultaneous streams. I think that sounds better. Dueling. You could say that, but simultaneous streams, there might be. He's in Vegas doing his thing, probably getting banned from doing stuff. But he is in Vegas right now. He'll be doing his live streams. So that is good. But, he's kind of focused on the show, and I'm trying to get you to buy. I'm trying to give you a great deal. You buy now. You buy now. So that's what that's all about. He might be doing a live stream right now, but he's not giving you a deal like I am. I'm giving you a great deal, especially on Carrera. So, and let's just say all Carrera. So this shelf right here is all Carrera track. All Carrera track, 20% off. All Carrera track, 20% off. I heard the Mafia ran Brian out of town. Hey, could have happened. They still run Vegas. I don't know. They would probably like need Brian for something. He'd probably sell him, like they'd kidnap him and then they'd end up buying a set or something. And they'd be like, when he would leave, they'd be like, did I just buy a slot car set? Like, how did that guy get me to do that? So yeah, all Carrera track. That's Carrera Go. Whatever Carrera track we have is on 20% off. 20% off. So, I heard the Mafia. Yeah. So, Carrera, we have Carrera Evolution, Carrera Digital, we have Carrera Go, we have a bunch of Carrera. It's all on sale. All on sale. 1/24th, I just paid my bill, so so you can retire. Yeah, there you go. So they do say, this is, according to my research, a buying guide for Carrera. 143rd is the smallest. It's the first one I showed you. You trying to get something?
Oh, I just gotta get a thing.
Is for like kids and gifts. Analog for starters. Hello, gang. Hello, governor. I have a lot of Scale Electric track. I bought some sets that came in different radius. Hello, governor. Hello, Anthony Bateman Sr. He was late because he had to get rid of the nurse's body. he had to dump a body. He was still hitting her. He was still hitting her. She was already unconscious. Press the button. Hey, Mac, you're a real funny brother. Yeah, brother. Yeah, I'm a goofball. Yeah, so he was like, press the button. She was just laying there. Press the button, lady. So then this morning, he had to get rid of her body. He had to get rid of her. He had to get rid of the evidence. And so now he's got a fresh nurse now. Hi, Buckwheat. He's got a fresh nurse that's fast, all right? So, you know, this is a newer and improved nurse that he's going to win a lot of auctions with. But Anthony Bateman Sr., I'm glad you showed up to class. I've just been going over 132nd. There's a big sale going on for all the Carrera, the products, right? So, like, while you were busy getting rid of a body, I was like, hey, this is 30% off, right? This car right here, I got to go over everything again because Anthony Bateman Sr. is on his time. This is 40% off. These are all on sale. These are all on sale, Anthony Bateman Sr. So, because you were late, I have that car. Okay, all right. All right. I'll do you one better. You don't have this one, do you? You don't have this one, Anthony Bateman Sr. You don't have this one? No, you don't. No, you don't. Look at that. Look at that. Don't tell me you have that one. I have that car already. You have this car too. You have this car. There's no way. This is like brand new. That's a nice car, Mac. I'll take it. Yeah, 20% off. There you go. All right, Anthony Bateman Sr. All right, hold on. 20% off this one, Anthony Bateman Sr. Look at that one. Even Rob Rodriguez was like, this one's pretty slick. I can't remember who wanted 132nd NASCAR, but Mac's a good salesman and doesn't need a snack time. Yeah, right. Nice too. I'll take it. See, all right, I got those set aside. How much is it? I'll send you an invoice. Anthony Bateman. I'll just send, and you could be like, hey, I don't want it. It's too much or whatnot. I've spent too much money, but I'll send you it with a discount. The only 132nd, 124 stuff I have is from the 6-inch. Primitive by comparison. Yeah, I mean, what's so cool? What is so cool about, but I will reserve it for you for like a week or so you can make up your mind. What is so cool about working here is the phone ringing and somebody, you know, from Colorado or New York or Texas, dude. I mean, people call from all over this great country. Put my name on a red BMW. Okay, well, and you know, it's usually guys in the boomer generation, and they talk about how they retired and they're getting back into slot cars, and the enthusiasm in their voice, you know, and the fun that they can have. How much is the new car? Which one? Hey, Nate Dogg. Yeah. Could you send Anthony Bateman Sr. a invoice for these? He just wants to see the price, and then send Rob Rodriguez. Rob, you want to see how much this is?
That one's pretty slick.
This is slick. I'll just send you guys all invoices on these, and you can see like how much it would cost and all that with the discount, and then just delete them if you don't want them. You don't have to pay. These are just like price checking for you. But going back to what I was talking about is, you know, meeting guys like Anthony Bateman Sr., you know, Rob Rodriguez, Victor Rodriguez, you know, Bruce Rohrman. You know, I do enjoy talking over the phone. If you guys ever call, it's cool. I find it cool. I will take a red BMW bubble. Do you know the product number? I don't know which one. Which one are you talking about? Was it that one? BMW. I don't know which one it is. Which one is it? How's the O scale thing doing, Anthony? Yeah, no, it's cool. But, you know, just hearing how things were back in, you know, before my time, it's cool. But it's also cool to hear kind of like a lot of these guys' stories. They talk about life and all that. I haven't done anything cool, Luke. I'm just doing it. But, you know, I was talking to this one guy who was, he was the former police chief of Colorado Springs. And I just talked, it's crazy because I just talked to a guy on Monday. Like I was trying to leave. I was finishing up an order for James Butler. And then the phone rang, and I was like, all right, like, I'm already here. And I ended up talking to this guy for about an hour, and he lives in Boulder, and he was talking about, you know, getting back into the hobby, and he had all this stuff, and he told me how he lost it. M&M car. I got a new hip. He got cool. He got his mojo back. Anthony Bateman Sr. got his mojo back. He's hip. He's hip. See what I did there? He's hip. He's hip to the jive. He can boogie down now, right? But they're turning him into the $1 million man. He's hip, as he likes to say. When he walks down the street and all the kids are blaring their music, he's like, I'm hip too. Your mojo's never gone. Your mojo's never gone. Right? So anyways, it's just cool to hear that. This guy was telling me that he had golfed so much after he retired. I wish my body was like 16 years old again. You've earned it. You've earned it. That's what I say about my hair. I said, I've earned this receding hairline. This is like proof that I'm like, I haven't gone crazy. I've just lost a little bit of hair, right? So like proof that I'm not crazy. It just comes with time. I've earned this. If I didn't have this, I'd have to beat the women off with a stick, right? So there's that. But what was I saying? Oh, just these guys' life stories. It's just cool to hear these guys' stories and talk about. Thank you, Nate Dog. Thank you.
The other guy was
Rob Rodriguez, I think. And then, do you know which one the bubble BMW is that they're talking about? Bradley Aarons. Send Bradley Aarons this. Bradley Aarons, TG. He's talking about, I will take a red BMW bubble. Carmack, I don't know. We're trying to figure you out, Bradley.
Yeah, I'll look that up.
Once the live stream's over, give us a call. Just don't call during the live stream. No, it's just cool to hear that. So this guy, former police chief of Colorado Springs, was telling me, he's like, if I do another golf outing, a lot of us are feeling that Anthony cheeseritis. That's the first Methuselah syndrome. But he's like, yeah, if I do another golf outing, I'm gonna scream. He's like, I'm not as athletic, like Anthony Bateman Sr. was saying, and so Bradley Aaron. So like, this is the hobby that I can do now, right? And it's just cool that millions spray paint the bald spot like I do. Yeah. They'll never know. You'll fool everybody, and then when you take a shot, until you jump in the pool, and then like it just comes down like Rudy Giuliani. Bradley, wish my body felt really good again, brother. Man, I'm sure all of you guys are thinking. Seems like you said, yeah. It's just part of getting old. It's part of life, right? Nothing is meant to last forever. Everything's subject to change, but it's cool like that. Even though your body changes and everything, dude, you can still have fun. You can still have a lot of fun, right? And slot cars is that fun. Hello, I met and have Janis Joplin's autograph. LOL. You met Janis Joplin, JC. JC met Janis Joplin. I heard that they assassinated Janis Joplin. Dude, I don't know, man. I've heard some crazy conspiracy theories, but I heard slot cars is that fun. I'm not all of you guys. Is okay. Slot cars is the fun. I'm not all of you guys. I feel blessed and I believe. Yes, there you go. Be the gratitude. You always got to be grateful for what you have. 1969 Atlanta Pop Fest. The BMW 320 that you put 40% discount on, the red with the circle. Oh, the Reese's Pieces looking one.
This guy?
Yeah, that one right there. Bradley Aarons.
Bradley Aarons wants this?
Yeah, send him an invoice. My phone kind of bitches things up when I'm talking to it. It's all right. It messes things up. Same thing happens to Brian. But anyways, no, everything is subject to change. The biggest fight I saw Ryan and Brian get into was like when Brian was like, I'm in pretty good shape. I'm in pretty good shape, you know, for myself. And Ryan, see the thing about Ryan and Brian. So you got Ryan, who's on first? Ryan and Brian. Ryan is a no nonsense Navy guy. Like, tell it how it is. Like, you know, very straightforward. Likes honesty. Likes, you know, doesn't like to sugarcoat things. Wants it as to, you know, wants you can't handle the truth, right? He can handle the truth. And Brian was thinking of health in a different form, right? There are two different spots in their life, right? Tomorrow Ryan can run a marathon, Brian couldn't, right? So like they get in this big debate, right? And it was just interesting, and they had to shut the live stream off. And it was crazy. But I was like traumatized. Like, what is going on here? Janice Sutherland died from donut overdose. I bet she did. I bet she did. I heard she was going after the industry, and so they just like gave her drugs until she overdosed. But anyways, it was I think like Charles Hickson that like gave the best. It was so profound. It was such profound advice, right? And it was so strange coming from a live stream comment, right? But that's just the world we live in, where like you can get really, I mean, and I know Charles Hickson, but it was like, it's not about weight, it's about quality of life. It's like how good your life is with what you still have, right? And I just remember reading that and being like, that was like something like, you know, Buddha, you know, or Confucius say, man, go to bed with itchy butt, wake up with stinky finger, right? But it was like, I'm being facetious, but I was just thought that was really profound, because then my sister, she works with elderly, and like a lot of them can't get off the toilet, you know? So, you know, it's about quality of life. That is real nasty, brother. You don't like Confucianism? Man, go to bed with itchy butt, wake up with stinky finger. We used to say that when we were kids. Quality of life, though, right? And so, you know, slot cars can improve your quality of life. Slot cars, you know, keeps you tinkering, keeps you smart, keeps you from having to do puzzles. You can either do puzzles like some vanilla, or you can get in, you can be Mr. Slot Car, right? You can be cool. Trust me. All the ladies at the nursing home it has the same effect of picking up chicks, right? I guess like dudes at nursing homes are like getting the most sex out of everybody. That is gross, by the way. Man, only fly upside down, cracking me up. Man who flied upside down, bound to have cracked up. I don't understand. He speaks in riddles. But yeah, you know, there you go. Like, if you're in the any fans of Chuck Norris, he passed away yesterday. Send prayers. Yeah, somebody mentioned it right away, Marvin. Somebody mentioned it, and it caught me off guard because I didn't know he died. Or can you ride a Harley? Or you can ride a Harley. That is true. That is true, Rob Rodriguez. There's nothing more American and rugged than maybe riding a Bronco horse, right, into the sunset. But yes, definitely riding a Harley into the sunset is as cool as all get up, right? But not as cool as this deal of Scale Electric. We want to get rid of it. You can have it. It's all on sale, 40% off, or you can do a bulk order. You can get it all. If you're upside down, your crack is up. ... I'm not sure. I don't get the reference. I'm sorry. I don't. I apologize. 68 years old, no meds. Is that you, Rob Rodriguez, or is that Brian? Because Brian, like, everyone needs meds, I think. You either need like a vitamin D, blood pressure. That's a joke. Oh, okay. I think everybody needs, you know, I mean, 68 and no meds, and he hasn't been to the doctor. Riding the New York subway is rough also. Yes, it is. As long as the doctor says you don't need meds, you're good in my book. But I take my vitamins. There you go. I take my Ritalin because I can't stop fiddling. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. As long as the doctor said, Rob, you don't need to take anything, good on you. Healthy diet, you know. Charles Hickson always gives, or Arbuckle always gives, dude, he legit gives Brian good advice on what he should eat. I go every 3 months. There you go, Rob. There you go, every 3 months. Nice. Hey, Mac. You didn't read my Mac. I can't remember. Brian needs no meds, blood pressure. Yeah, dude. That's a lot. I can't remember. I can't remember what I said. But we've got Carrera Scale Electric sale going on, along with the Estelle Rockets. So that's something we can all kind of work on our health and work on our dexterity and whatnot. I need to get back into the gym. I don't know about you, but I'm going to try and do it this weekend. I always keep saying it. During the winter time, it's just so cold. It's so cold, and I have to like start my car and get in and get out. You know, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I got 34 people. I got 36 people, 34 likes. You can't see it, but I can see it. That's where it's at. I got my timer right here. It ends, and then I got 33 people, 34. I just lost a person because they don't like me. But I got to get back to the gym. I don't know about you. Stock car season is kind of ending. All right, everyone should have their invoice. Or could the nurse's boobies? Oh, ha ha ha. I see it now. I see your message now. You retracted it. You retracted it, Anthony Bateman. Motorboating the nurse, yeah. He's motorboating some 55-year-old lady. Yeah, no, I mean, slot cars, you could look at it as a not only just a hobby, but it keeps you like motivated. It keeps like hobbies are really good for you. Hobbies are good for your health. One, it gives you motivation to do things. And two, it keeps you mentally sharp. Also, it keeps your mind going, right? So slot cars is a great thing. I don't think, you know, like mobile games or stuff on your phone, I don't think that really does as much for you as, say, slot cars, because you're not really moving your hands and figuring out things and doing that. So I would say, you know, slot cars, you know, does have a health benefit to it. I would say so. I mean, tinkering around keeps you fresh. You know, these guys that have their little tool shed live forever. But that's what's going on today. I want to thank everyone for blood pressure, 78 over 120. That's pretty good, Rob. Yeah, that's good. Good on you. Mine is not that good. I want to thank everyone for showing up today. We do have a great Carrera sale. We have an even better Scale Electric. Help me get rid of it. Help me help you with your addiction. Help me help you. I got a lot. You got an addiction. So that's that. Great show. Yes. Thanks for showing up. Thank you everybody for being here. We had a good auction last night. Brian has a little bit more pace and depth, right? I'm kind of getting used to it, but he also gets slap happy and starts doing stupid stuff like donut time, which I'm not gonna do. Which like you should what you guys should do is be like, Brian, you're crashing and burning. Like just go home, Brian. You've done too much, right? Because you run like, you know, yesterday it's crazy, and Brian is absolutely correct. When you do a live stream, you're in performance mode. Right, because I was looking this up yesterday, and I'm like, man, my mind is racing, even though the camera's off. And it's because your body is in performance mode. You know you're being watched. You know you're being watched. You know that, you know, you're just, you know, you're being watched, and you're putting on a performance, right? So like when you turn off the camera, you have to like reset. And if you keep like, dude, if you do so many live streams a day, it's like you kind of get slap happy, and then you start to lose customers. But I want to thank you guys for being on this live stream today. We got Carrera on sale. You You were just a good people person. I am. I try. I want to thank everyone that came in. Anthony Bateman, Cool Hand Luke, Rob Rodriguez, JB613. We have Marvin Muffins. We've got, I saw Bradley Aarons, thank you. Bradley Aarons, thank you for sharing. Rec for Me, thanks for coming in. And for all those that I forgot, we have Most Tip Top Cat. Thanks for showing. Thanks for being a part of the community. Without you, this doesn't really happen. Thank you for contributing. Thank you for the great auction last night. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Brian is in Vegas. He's going to continue, hopefully, doing live streams. I guess he got banned, which doesn't really make sense because if you're doing a live stream on a show, it brings in attention and then you make the show better. But Mac, you're doing a great job. Easy and enjoy. Keep watching. Thank you, Carl, Slot Car Enthusiast. Rec for Me. Enjoy. You guys have a great weekend. Brian will have maybe a live stream this weekend. Definitely tune into that. Definitely check out our sale on Carrera and Scale Electric. We also, the sale is continuing from yesterday with Estelle rockets and all the other stuff. So thank you for tuning in. Anthony Bateman Sr., please be nice to the nurse. Don't beat her up as much as you need to. All right, guys, thank you, and signing off. All right, take care, everybody.